Hey guys, how are we today? It's good to see you guys. Jennifer, it's always good to see you. Hey Trevor, I'm glad you could make it today. Trev Time is here, guys. Remember on my last live that I was telling you guys to go to his channel for all the updates? He's been doing a live every single day for little Sebastian, and today makes 7 days that he's been missing you guys. Vanessa, hey. Trista, it's always good to see you. I hope your fur baby's doing okay. Have you gotten to pick him up yet? Music City Mom, hey. Hey, Roberta. I'm so glad you all could make it here today. I was hoping that today we would have some good news, and it's not the worst news that there could be, but it always hurts my heart when they decide to scale back the ground searches. Um, I know it's not feasible to keep doing them like they have been and things like that, but we can watch that presser at the end if you guys want to. Um, yeah, that's what I heard too, Trevor. Yeah. So I figured today that we could just go back through everything that we know so far. And also last night, Sebastian's parents, his mom and his stepdad, did an interview and on Duchess channel. And I remember seeing Duchess from she was on, I think, Justin for All's channel, and that's when I first heard about her. And she did say that anybody could share her video, but there was only a few things that I thought we might could see that would help us better understand. They did answer a few questions that we all had before, but let's just start at the beginning and go through everything. Um, let's see here. And guys, this is only my second ever live stream that I've done by myself, but we're going to do it, and we all know the reason why we're here, and that helps a whole lot. Okay. Um, let's see here. Okay, this is Sebastian Rogers, you guys. He's 15 years old. And on Sunday night, last Sunday night, he went to bed around midnight. And when his mom went to wake him up for school, he was nowhere to be found. So they called 911 about 6:30 a.m. and 10 minutes later, the police arrived. He was last seen wearing black sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And last night, also, his mom said that all his shoes were accounted for. So, Jen said that maybe he was just going to run outside really quickly, so he left all of his shoes inside. And that makes sense, but I hope there's some pair of shoes that people forgot about. Um, oh, that's great, Tris. I'm so glad he's doing okay. Yes, bless his heart. Okay. He's 5'5", 120 pounds, dirty blonde hair, brown eyes, and they said that he did have his glasses on that we see in this picture, dark framed glasses. And the flashlight, guys, she did speak on that too. She said that he had a special flashlight that only he played with, and that it was missing too. So that's how they knew about the flashlight. He was last seen at Stafford Court near Beach High School in Sumner County, Tennessee. And he does have autism, which may affect his ability to return home safely. Hey, Debbie. It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming. Okay, and in the first 2 days, you guys, they searched 2,000 miles by foot, and the last that I heard, the day before yesterday, it had went up to 5,000 miles they had searched by foot. So, and they had 12 canine teams, helicopters, fixed wing aircraft, 10 drones, 8 mounted teams. And at one time, I heard they had up to 330 searchers. So they have employed every resource that they could find, you guys. So that kind of makes me feel better if they do decide, well, they have decided to scale back the search. Hey, Heather. I'm so glad you could make it too. Thank you for coming. And out of all of those, out of all of the bloodhounds, there was one alert, but it ended up being a false alert. So, and I'm wondering, out of all that, they didn't pick up 1 cent even. And also, you guys, they were out of all this, all of the resources that were going to find Sebastian on Thursday night in the same county, 3 inmates escaped. So that really worried me too, like that they were going to have to divide their resources between searching for Sebastian and searching for these inmates. One of them was even accused of second-degree murder, I think. And I can't remember the charges on the other two. But all of them have been recaptured now. So they don't have to worry about that anymore. And we can go back to searching for Sebastian. Let's see here. Oh, since we met last time too, you guys, some businessmen, anonymous businessmen, they do have a $3,000 reward. And across the bottom of my screen, I do have the numbers that you can call. And they do have the $3,000 reward now too, so that's really good. And out of everybody was asked to search their camera footage from Sunday night, well, Monday morning at midnight, all through Monday. And then on this Saturday, they also ask for any footage from Sunday afternoon too. And last night, when the parents were asked why that was, they said it was something they couldn't speak on. Let's see here. So I'm wondering about that too, but we don't know, and we don't have to know everything, right? We want to know everything, but we don't have to know everything. I am glad in these investigations when they don't put everything out. If it's to preserve the case, I'm fine with it. And let's see here. Oh, you guys remember the last time that we were here? We were wondering if he was verbal and how bad his autism really was. Well, not how bad, but how much help that he needed and things like that. I do want to show you guys what his teacher said about him. I think that will help us a little bit. So I'll show you guys that, and we can see. It helped ease my mind a whole lot, because in my mind, he would be able to take care of himself a little bit better. Hey, Fine Summer's Truth. It's good to see you. Thank you all so much for being here. It really means a lot to me that you would support me looking for Sebastian. It really hurt my heart to see when the publicity slowed down and there weren't as many articles or as many stories about him and things like that. And then now today, with them scaling back the searches, but we'll keep doing all that we can do, and that's all we can do. And miracles do happen, you guys. Hey, Candace, it's good to see you. Okay, you guys, I want to show you what his teacher said. Hang on just a second. And oh, guys, too, by the way, you know, my friend Kate's True Crime Karen's, she was going to be here today, but she got sick at the last minute. So please pray for Case too, you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and move it forward and we can hear what his teacher said.
We're just hoping and praying that he comes home safely. It's a busy day inside Warsham's General Store.
Kids are buzzing in and out of here. It's going to be 4:37.
Some people call it the foundation of the Shackle Island community.
Teachers are grabbing breakfast and lunch.
But this community hasn't felt stable since Monday, after 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers went missing from his home on Stratford Court.
My entire school is in a constant state of prayer for him.
Patricia Shemansky is Sebastian's former 8th grade teacher at T.W. Hunter Middle School.
He has a great sense of humor. He loves people. He loves animals.
She says Sebastian may have autism, but he's extremely high functioning.
He has a great
I'm sorry, guys. I have the overlay on still. Hang on just a second. I'll get it. Okay, we're good. I'm sorry.
great sense of humor, loves to laugh. He's a jokester. He's extremely smart.
Feeling helpless as they wait around for answers, her school decided to honor Sebastian by wearing his favorite color.
You have to pick a pencil, you pick the green one, you know, you pick a folder, you pick a green one. So he always picked green, so we knew it was his favorite.
This week, multiple agencies have searched thousands of miles for Sebastian, using scent-trained dogs, horses, and technology, but still no luck.
Typically, autism children are drawn to water. So if there's a pond or a lake on anyone's property, to look those places.
Andrea Haynes also knows Sebastian likes small spaces.
Sebastian came to my classroom because it's a small classroom. He always was smiling and always had a great imagination when it came to drawing.
They're hopeful he will return home safely.
All right, thank you.
Standing firmly together as a community.
I also have such hope in the team that I saw going out there. They are taking this extremely serious, and from what I saw them doing, they're leaving no stone unturned.
We love him, that we're all praying for him and wishing for his safe return.
So in addition,
Okay, guys, so it said that some autistic children are drawn to water, but I did hear last night on the interview that his parents did that he was a really good swimmer. I think they said that he was like a fish, but they also said that he didn't like to get dirty or things like that, so they didn't think that he would be in the creeks or things like that, that he was mostly a swimmer in the pool. Okay, guys, but listening to his teachers, doesn't that make you guys feel better that he's more able to take care of himself out there? It made me feel a lot better. Okay, let's see here. And okay, let's see here. Okay, I think Heather, but not exactly that much. They didn't exactly go that far, but what I heard, he didn't like to stay outside a lot. He didn't like outdoor activities, and he didn't like to get dirty and things like that. Okay. I think that now, let's see here. Duchess, she's the one that interviewed his parents last night, and she did say that we could share her video. And I did email her too, just in case. And her video is in my description. But I figured that we could just listen to what his parents said, how they described the day that he went missing. Oh, yes, Debbie, no CCT, no footage anywhere of him so far. They did have one sighting they thought was him, but they checked it out and it ended up not being him. So, nowhere. Yeah. Okay, guys. And Duchess, her link is in my description too, and I will drop it while we watch. I figured we could just watch these few little parts, but please go to her channel and finish watching the whole interview, you guys. She's really good. And like I said, I saw her on Justin for All, and she did really good there too. Okay.
Again, for everybody?
He did have a really good weekend, actually. When we come home from having supper that evening, um, he was playing.
Mhm.
When he went to bed, when I told him to go to bed, he said, "I love you, Mama," and he said, "I love you, puppies." A little later in the evening, I myself went to bed, and when I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't here.
And you did tell me that Sebastian is not a runner.
He's not.
It's okay. Take your time.
Sebastian does not have a history.
This is his mother, Katie, you guys, and his stepfather, Christopher. And Trev was there. He actually was helping interview them. And this is what they were saying about the day that he went missing.
Of running. I mean, the young man doesn't go outside very much. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood knows him. He is very to himself, so to speak. Um, between the hours of 12 and 6, he has basically vanished. Walked out of the house, the door was locked and gone.
He didn't take a phone. None of his shoes are missing.
Oh, guys, remember we also had the question about if he had a cell phone or not? His parents described that he did have a phone, but I'm not sure about the parental controls that are available because we know I don't have a child or things like that. But they said his phone was very locked down, that he could only call his contacts, and it only had a camera and a calculator besides that. But even all of that, he did leave his phone at home. Yeah. Okay.
Now, you told me that night that, now, Chris, you were at work. You were out of town at work,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you were not even home.
Correct, ma'am.
And Mom,
We were all wondering about that too, where the stepfather was, and he wasn't even at home during this time. Okay.
you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight.
Midnight.
And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way
Okay.
there's transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening. We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey.
Okay, guys. So, Sebastian went to bed about 9 o'clock, and then his mother Katie was on the phone with his stepfather. After that, until she started falling, it was about 10 something, and she started falling asleep. So then he told her, you know, get up so you can get to your bed and take the dogs out and things like that. So she went to bed about midnight, I believe. So we'll keep listening.
Hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed. Now, mind you, that was right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So then mom does go to bed and wakes up early in the morning to go wake her son up, get him ready for school. And now we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. Mom made an effort to look and search several times. Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, do what? And she goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on. I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do. And with
So Christopher said that he was the one that actually made the 911 call and reported it. I'm going to drop Duchess link again, you guys. Please watch the whole interview after this. You will learn a whole lot. Okay, let's see. I think there's a little bit more of this part, and then I wanted to play one other part.
within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
And you had told me.
Okay, you guys, and now this next part that I want to play is Duchess speaks about all the harassment that they've been getting and things like that, and he wanted to just say a little bit on that, and I think that it's only right that I play that too, and we can hear what he wants to say about that. So let me find that part, you guys.
Is because I've been watching social media, because that's what I do. I share missing cases on lots of different social media platforms, and I was very disappointed when you told me that people were harassing you and attacking you. Is there anything that you want to put to rest while you're here tonight, or make clear to the public about this situation? I know you told me there was a statement that you wanted me to make about you and the mom and the dad. So if you want to make any clarification about that, you have free reign to do so. We will not allow you to be disrespectful.
Oh yes, guys. Also, Sebastian's bio father, I think he lives a little bit away because the mother said that they meet halfway sometimes. But we all were wondering if maybe Sebastian wanted to go see his dad and that's why he left. But they say they have a really good co-parenting relationship, and if Sebastian ever wants to go see his dad, all he has to do is tell his mom and his stepdad, and they take him. So they're going to talk a little bit about that too.
Here on this platform.
Um, it, I have no malice or ill intent toward anybody. Everybody has an opinion.
Of course.
But what is factual is that the father, the mother, and myself have been extremely cooperative. We have been vetted. We have been checked out. We have been questioned and everything of that nature, and literally have been cleared. There is no wrongdoing. There is no negative.
I do have to say, you guys, I can only be fair, right? He says that they've been cleared, but I don't think I've seen a statement like that according to law enforcement. But they do say no foul play suspected. They're still saying that. So I wanted to tell you guys that too. But Christopher says in his mind they have been cleared. But I just want to be fair about that.
Input from the parents or any of the family, you know. And it's hard for a lot of folks. I mean, I will be honest and say this out loud. I have a custody case that is currently going on in another state, which has been brought to public light because people feel that they want to judge.
I don't think that his custody case should have anything to do with this, you guys. I really don't. But he said that people have found it, so I just wanted to let him speak that part too.
Judge and think that they understand what's currently going on, and they don't. Because of that, I am being looked at in a very foul way. Um, I
Hmm.
I don't need to repeat anything that's being said, but
Right.
you know,
But
and it's
people that are
perfectly
there's
okay.
people that's probably seen it on social media, and I want you to be able to have the opportunity to defend yourself. We have 248 people watching right now, and I'm sure that anyone that's watching this on the live stream, please respect this family. I mean, you can't have an idea of possibly what they are going through, and it's really not any of your business what is going on. And I understand that you do see your other child, which, and that doesn't have anything to do with Sebastian. And you guys are on good terms with his father. There's not like there's any custody battle between the mother and Sebastian's father. I mean, obviously, if he wants to see his father, you guys told me that, you just plan to meet up, and it's no big deal. So, I've read a couple of heinous things that people are saying, and it just really upsets me to know that people are just going to that without having all of the information and knowing that law enforcement has interviewed, interrogated everyone in your family. They have looked into you, they have all of your devices, and that they basically cleared you guys of any involvement in Sebastian's disappearance. And I just wanted the public to be able to hear you say that, because you do have the right to defend yourself, because it's not like you said earlier, it's not about you, it's about finding Sebastian.
That's exactly right, you guys. I don't think that anything like that in their past should have been mentioned or brought out. And that's exactly right. It's not about them, it's about finding Sebastian. There's one more part that I wanted to play, and the mother, she's speaking directly to Sebastian, and I wanted to play that for you guys too. Hang on just a second.
What is it that happened that caused this live stream right now? If you knew that he was out there, what would you want to tell him?
That we love you and to come home.
I mean, it's pretty simple. This boy has a very large family that everybody is asking the question, where are you? We love you, and please come home.
Yes. We definitely need to find him as soon as possible. If you live in this area, please search your property every day. He could be on the move. Just because you've already searched your property one time doesn't mean that you don't need to continue to search your property on a daily basis just to be.
Yep, she's exactly right. Search your property on a daily basis and a few times a day, actually. Yes, I know. It's really sad. Bless her heart. If that doesn't hit all the feels, you guys, I don't know what will. So that's what I have so far, except there was a new update today that I wanted to show you guys before we leave. About scaling back the search. So let's look at that. It said officials announced Monday they are scaling back their ground resources in the search for Sebastian Rogers. They have not found the missing 15-year-old or any evidence to show he's not alive. So that's really good, you guys, that they haven't found any evidence to show that he's not alive. That's great. We're going to hold on to that. We're not going to let that go. Trista, it's sad that some people seem to only want to look at the bad or try to find something bad in every circumstance when it's not always the case. You're very right. Hey, fur coat mama. Good to see you too. Yeah, I think in our pastime, you guys, this is our hobby, but for some of us it's our passion, and a lot of the cases that we do see, it is a lot of times bad outcomes, and it is unfortunately a lot of the time the people that are supposed to care for these children the most in the world. And so sometimes our minds do automatically go to the bad and things like that, but I've been trying to work on it myself, especially with Sebastian, to not think about that, not focus on that, and just keep praying. And our God does do miracles. We have to hold out for that sometimes. I know it's hard, but we have to. Okay, let me finish reading this. Oh, and today yesterday, the National Guard was brought in. So they did have that. That makes me feel good too, that they've tried everything. They even consulted with the FBI about certain things. The FBI was not brought in, or the card team yet. That was not brought in, but they did consult them. The search for Rogers, who has autism, has been vast, with law enforcement agencies across Tennessee and Sumner County working day and night in hopes of bringing him home alive. Authorities have searched by air, by horse, and by foot and in water since his disappearance on February 26 from Hendersonville. Rescue crews have had no signs of Rogers, and search and rescue dogs also have not been able to pick up a scent. More than 300 people searched for Rogers on Saturday, covering more than 2,000 square miles. Authorities have encouraged the public to search their property, sheds, and any surrounding waterways, as those with autism are known to favor water. Okay, let's watch this press conference, you guys. And I'll probably have an ad, so hang on a minute. Yep. Hang on just a second.
County investigators are giving an update. Say for over a week now.
Let's listen to this. To finding Sebastian. This is simply us transitioning from the ground search to the investigative side. We are still committed to finding Sebastian and bringing him home safe. We have no leads, no details to indicate that Sebastian is not alive. We are going to follow up on every lead. We have a planned response if anyone has a sighting of Sebastian. Our patrol deputies will be out. Our investigators will be out. We are still coordinating with law enforcement across the state. We are still consulting with experts. This decision has not come lightly. We have consulted with, and I've deferred to the experts in search and rescue. Every time we've asked, they've said you've done everything you can do.
And guys, remember, unfortunately, on the little case of Darnell, that he was found in a sewer. Here, they've even gotten cameras to look down all of the culverts, and they've been in all the caves and everything like that. They looked at mapping about all the caves and went everywhere they possibly could. So they have checked those things.
Tom,
Yeah. So we'll continue to have a command post at the fire station there. We won't man it 24/7, but we will have K9 units in the area. We'll have teams ready to go. The sheriff's office will have deputies on patrol. If we get any report, we'll respond to that location. We'll send K9 to that location and search teams should we get any information. So we will continue, and any tips we get, we will reactivate to the level we need to respond with.
I'd like to take a moment and thank all the first responders.
He said that any tips that they get, they could reactivate. So all of these searchers that they had been working with, I think that means that they can get them all back together to go search again if they had a certain tip. So that's really good too.
From across the state of Tennessee that have come out and help us in the search for Sebastian. They've come from as far as Knox County. We've called in the state National Guard to help. The Army National Guard was here to help. If there was a resource we thought we could utilize to help locate Sebastian, we've used it. And we will continue to do so based on the leads that come in. The Sheriff's Office continues to urge families to check your properties, to check your cameras. No detail is too small. If you have a detail that you think is important, please call 615-451-3838. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So that, that did make me feel better that he said they could reactivate at any time, and they're moving more to the investigative side. Oh, I remember the other day that Jen asked if he liked to play video games. And in that interview, I do have it linked in my description too, guys, so you can go back and watch on your own time. But they did say that he liked, what's that game called that all the kids like? Roblox or something like that. I don't know, you guys. But they said that he doesn't talk to anybody on there. And the few friends that he does have from school, they've all been thoroughly checked out. Oh, Minecraft too. Yep, Minecraft too. Roblox. Yep, you guys know. You guys feel me. But you guys, his mom said when Duchess asked about his friends, his mom said that he didn't have many friends, but he wanted friends. You guys, his stepdad said that they asked him what he wanted for Christmas or for his birthday, and it was friends. He wanted more friends. But you know what? He can still get more friends. Absolutely. He can get more friends. Okay, you guys, does anybody have any questions that we might could answer? I appreciate you guys coming so much today, and you guys know that when I get something on my heart that I have to talk about it. If it gets me up here by myself, public speaking, that it was really on my heart, This is another one that we had Audrey and then Maddie recently too that had bad endings, and even though we're hoping for a good ending on this one, that you guys remember, I think it was last week we did the good ending story live. I'm gathering more stories for that so that we can all keep our spirits up and things like that. I really enjoyed that live. I think it was really good that we could look at some of those. And when I've been gathering these stories, I found a lot of stories of kids with autism that were rescued. I think they said that even in Tennessee recently, that an autistic boy, that he was found 200 miles from his home and he was found safe. So I'm gathering stories for those. And I did do my community post yesterday for prayer requests. Always check for those, you guys. And it's okay to put unspoken too. Or you could email me. Or even if you guys don't want to leave anything there, please come back through the week and just pray for the requests that have been added. And also, in my Discord, Trista still posts a new verse every day for us. And they're so good, you guys. It really makes you think. And I really appreciate that, Trista. And so we do a lot of praying in there too. And if you'd like to join our Discord, it's not, I've heard of people's Discord being full of a lot of, discord, but mine really isn't like that. We, like Case said the other day, we support each other, lift each other up. If somebody is going through something, good or bad, we support each other. And yeah, so, and also you guys, if please look on the community post for any updates about Sebastian, and also look on Trev Time. He has the fastest updates about little Sebastian. Heather, I gave it to you. It was one of the first ones that I gave, and you turned me down, and it's probably expired by now. Oh, yeah, Vanessa, she asked if she could post a picture. Oh, I do have a nature tab in my Discord too. And Vanessa posts the most awesome pictures in there. And she did ask me if she could post one of her snake eating. And I said, well, let me see it first. And it was, you guys, I don't really like snakes. Who does really? Well, Vanessa does. But anyways, but her snakes are cute, you guys. I never thought that I would say that, but they are. They are pretty cute. But no, that one was just a little bit too much. But you guys can ask Vanessa privately and she'll send it to you. Yes, please, like Roberta is doing, please send up prayers for little Sebastian, you guys, more than anything. Like I always say, sometimes we feel that all we can do is pray. We can't do anything else, but that's the best thing to do all the time, in my opinion. Yes, thank you, Heather, for posting Trevor's channel. He does really good, you guys. And he mentions his faith a lot too. And I do too, and I really appreciate that. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end now, but I think that's all the updates, and I really appreciate you all for coming. And mods, I really, really appreciate you guys too. I leave myself a message on my notes every time to thank my mods, and somehow I forget it, don't see it, and I have to thank you all afterwards, but I appreciate you so much. Okay, you guys, I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.